Let's go for Tice or Ophelia. All yours.
Tice or Jimas. Right. How about you have that? Yes. Jumps. Each. Ni. Ran. Shi. Go. Look. Shi. Has. Each. E. Ran. Shi. Go. Look. Each. Cut. And knees to opposite elbows. Twisting again, right side. Knees out in circles. And knees in. Your feet flat on the floor. Around. Arms forwards in circles. And elbows forwards. Forwards. Elbows back. Elbows back. Arms back. And arms out to the side. What we're going to do is going to bring your hands together at the top and back down. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, look, sit, hat, and out to the side again. This time arms coming forwards in front of you and back. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, look, sit, hat, do. This time, arms down to the side and back up again. It's san, chi, go, look, sit, hat, do. And arms down. Arms across the chest. And to the other side. Arms behind your head. Oh my God, stop calling me. And to the other side. Hold it. I'm busy, I'll call you back. Okay, and arms stretching your arms up as high as you can. And over across. And circles. And up to the other side. And across. Circles. I'm gonna really stiff size tomorrow. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna do a little plank thing. Say yay!
Yay!
Okay. So what we're doing? 30 seconds of sumo plank. 30 seconds down on your elbows. 30 seconds side plank. 30 seconds side plank on the other side. 1 minute reverse plank. You're gonna have your hands, you're gonna face up, your hands are gonna be below your elbows, and you're gonna push your hips up and make your entire body straight. Like a plank, but the other way around.
And for everyone else, I'm going to put it on speaker view, so only Ophelia is on camera.
That only works for you, I think.
No, it also works for the recording.
Ah, okay. Ah. And But the last ones we're going to do is we're going to do a hollow hold. So you're going to lie down. Your feet are going to be up in the air, arms up, and I want you to make sure that all of your spine is in contact with the floor. So if you keep your back from arching this way, instead you have to counteract it. Finally, super girls, men. Just the other way around, you're lying on your tummy, only your tummy and hips on the floor, everything else lifts up. I will talk you through them as we go. So, starting from plank and Hajime. Pulling your leg back, hugging it into the butt. Your hips aligned. Then coming forward, hugging your knee into your chest. And finally, holding out the knee, opening up the hips. Thank you. And hugging your knee, your chest. One hand on the knee, opening your hips up. And straightening out. That was a quick one. Let's keep the circles. And looking to the sides. Stretching your neck. Tilting your leg. Looking up and down. And heads in half circles. Circles. With leg. And cash. 終わります。
Got it.
I usually do 15 minutes, don't I?
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's the right amount of time for warm up.
I feel like I usually do 20 minutes warm up.
No. It's quite okay. We'll just keep with those rotations. Let's get into it then. Kiyono.
Hey. Hey.
From Hidari, Chirangamai Kamaite. So, on the training guide today, I was told that we're doing Hijji Atta. Dan, what does that mean? Sweet. So elbow that way. I actually think the most interesting Kempo strike of all is from Johaku Hijji Atta. And you're striking with this bit because it does less damage. You strike with this bit and it hurts. I've just come off a video where I was checking this out. In MMA, if they want to get you in the head and cut you across the eye, they try and get you with the bony bit of your elbow. Anyone who's had that knows it hurts. So in Kempo, we're trying not to do damage. So we're going for this soft part of our arm, okay? But hold on to that thought because we'll come back to it. So you are trying to get somebody in the head, okay? To the count, itch. Excellent, really good. Knee. Down. And try doing it without a step. So if I show my whole body, I'm actually just sliding in a little bit just to give me some balance and then just attacking with the top of my body. Okay, to the count, full speed. Ki if you wish. Itch. Knee. Down. Shi. Go. Rook. Siege. Hijji. You. You. Any questions about that? No. Aratsugari to the other side. See, this time you've got your migi, your right foot forward. And you're doing the same thing. This time, try and keep your body quite straight as possible. So stay upright because you want to come in and smash them with something else, obviously. That's how this works. Take all your aggression out. So you want to not be over here so that they hit you on the head. The other is that you want to keep it for maximum impact. You want to get your elbow in at an angle. But to the count, try it. Ich. Me. Dan. Shi. Go. Rook. Hijji. You. You. Excellent stuff. Now, as Dan was saying, is that we normally think of Hijji this one, because that's what we were doing before. So what we were doing on Friday was we were grabbed, it came down, we came out of it, got them in Kentucky and went across. What is that called, Dan?
Ski Nuki.
Ski Nuki, very good. We are learning things. Woo! So in that, there's if you have it with two hands, there's this Hijji, okay? And what we do is we uraken after it. So we're hitting someone in the face to the bindi point, as I would call it. You're all Asian. AJ, you're now temporarily Asian. So excellent. So all to your bindi point, your third eye. So Hijji, third eye, follow up with another strike. If you're a black belt, go in with the fourth or a fifth strike, okay? Any questions? No, to the count. Ich. Knee. Nice. Two Hijji, I like it. San. Shi. Tad. Go. Aratsugari to Migi. Chudangabai. Kagite. Okay. Same thing again. Hijji, uraken, and then follow up with a sequence of attacks that you feel comfortable with. One is enough. If that one is fatal, it's fine. Ich. Knee. San. Last one, make it go. Good. Go. It always helps to imagine have an imaginary opponent in front of you. I'm finding that having you all in front of me is a bit distracting because I don't really want to hit any of you. So I imagine someone over my computer often and think about it there. Take it easy. Grab some water. So, we were doing a elbow attack to the head, Hijji. right? And we were going in with this bit of the arm, this bit of the forearm, as opposed to this bit. Because as I said, we're a protective and nice martial arts, and we're not trying to kill people. As I said, MMA is all about gashing people and getting blood. You can actually draw blood from that part of your elbow. The other thing we were talking about, we did just now, was this one. This is going to someone's sigets. So you're trying to win them. Again, this is not harmful. You know, it wins them for a bit, allows you to run away, and doesn't leave any permanent damage. So that's when you can use an elbow. My favorite bit in MMA is when they start like spin kicking, so they're coming through and kicking, but they also do this with elbows. I won't show it because I'm rubbish at it, but they come round and attack. And we have several attacks like that, right? So Dan, do you know a technique whereby people do a reverse attack with an elbow?
Oh, Kuri Camden.
Very good, very good. And I feel like Ophelia has done this before. That's probably the best I've seen someone in Kempo do a reversed attack. Do it one more time. Okay, so you're going backwards.
From here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I'm going to teach it. I'm going to teach it the other way around, and I'll watch it on video and figure out what you were doing earlier, because that looked cool. Yeah, that looked cool. When I stopped looking, it looks cool. It's a 2 spin. Anyway, well, we'll come back to that. In fact, it's your class tomorrow. You can teach us that tomorrow. Yeah. Great. Now, so Kurimaki Tenbin, as Dan was saying, what happens is that someone attacks you from the outside. It's definitely a grab, and you're coming through, and then that person, so you come through, and then that person who has been grabbing you decides to elbow you that way, right? So I don't know if this is going to work single form, but what you're doing is you're pretending to grab someone, and then on your feet, you are spinning around there, so going all the way around, which is going to help you with all spinny kicks at some point, and you're elbowing that person in the head. And you're trying to get out of their, because they've locked you, you're trying to get out the grab that they've just started releasing from. Does that make sense? Right. Okay, let's try 3 slowly and then do full count. So itch. So whatever foot forward, the back foot is spinning. Knee. Dan. It's really hard single form. Swap your feet. Oh, I love that you all do it Kempo style. All of you. It's amazing. And to the count. Itch. Knee. San. Tesh. Shinkoku. That actually went better than I thought it would. So those are kind of the 3 main attacks. If you have a punch bag in your life, then definitely try this punch bag. It's a really fun exercise to do, to get one out. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. So, at some point, Ophelia was looking at Yori Nuki. So let's just look at Yori Nuki again. From Migi Shudan Gabai Kamaite. So what happens is someone is, so this is right foot forward, AJ. Right foot forward. You've got a hand in front of you that's offering, and it's about to be grabbed, and one under your chin to protect your head. So somebody is grabbing you from the outside, And you're opening your hand, so from the side, you are opening your hand into what we call the Kagite position. It basically is a power strength position. It gives you a lot of power from this point to, I think it's unnerving actually, because most people think you're going to continue in a fist, but you're in this open hand stance. You step through at that point, you elbow to come out of it, and you Kagite. So you kamade them in the head. So bear paw. And that's all good. So let's do 3 of those. So Yori, Nuki. Hijji. I'll break it down for you. Knee. Open your hand and step. Elbow through. And then attack the head. Excellent. And back to the start. Now, who was on the Camden group today and saw all the videos of Doshin Soy?
I didn't see the videos.
You didn't see the videos? So, Doshin So, as pointed out by Moira, was doing Yori Nuki. And this is going to be relevant to a question that Dan asked us yesterday that I didn't look up. I simply watched the video. So thankfully, Moira's been on it. One of the things that Sensei was doing was he was pulling his hand in. So although it was attacked, he was pulling his hand in and sort of in this kind of position, releasing. So for those of you who have people that can grab you at home, get them to grab you and then take your wrist in and see how that feels when they're attacking you, okay? But the rest of you, you've seen this before, right? Higher grades, you've seen this before, this technique of releasing like that. Does that make sense?
I haven't seen it before.
You haven't? Watch the video.
I will.
I will smidge it in at this point if I ever edit this video for public release. Go for it, Ophelia.
No, I'll tell you after the recording.
Sorry?
You after we're done recording.
Oh, okay. So you're bringing, so just try that a couple of times. Bringing your, so you're into Kagite, pulling it in and attacking through. Okay. Just try it in your own time. Okay, Yame. And so what the reason I found it really interesting was that obviously we were doing Uchi-Nuki yesterday. And when you do Uchi-Nuki, someone's grabbed you both hands, right? And what I missed out yesterday was this idea of bringing your hands in, like so, in order so that you can get rid of their hand with this downward strike. That makes sense?
Hi.
Hey.
Giving you, grabbing you, you pulled your hands in, just as Sensei or Doshin So was doing in his video that Moira posted, and then you can take it out. And I think if you fast forward through, you'll find that technique as well in that video. So it's well worth a watch. So that's kind of Yori Nuki. Any questions on?
Sure.
So the last 2 I had was Sode Nuki and Johaku Nuki. So Johaku Nuki, someone's grabbing you here, okay, from their arm, and they've got your bicep and they've attacked you. And this one I always talk about the Madonna Attack. So you come out up here into what is a classic Madonna position. Right? So if she's dancing away and doing Vogue, she would totally do this position. And the other position she would totally do if she was dancing is to take it out and do a move like so. If you do that and just dance as if you're Madonna, you will be out of the thing and have got out of it and out of the nightclub before anyone's attacked you.
This is actually one that you can do with yourself if you have your other arm. If you get your hand and grab your bicep, then you can do 1, 2.
Yeah, you can feel that.
Was that again then? I do some
Grab.
So someone attacks you from the outside. Normally it's someone else and not yourself. You come out to one side and your arm comes, the attacked arm comes out. Your hand goes over and it slices down.
It goes inside.
Yeah, in between, inside. Thread it through the hole. And then
Sorry. Oh, I see. Now I understand. Yes.
Yeah.
In the hole. Who knew I'd have to learn the more single form? This is exciting. But I do like it. I just like this as a move that way. I don't think it's cool. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Thanks, though.
And then Sode Nuki is very similar, but they grabbed you. So they grabbed a bit of your sleeve underneath. I don't even have a sleeve underneath, so they grabbed the sleeve. Okay. And what you're trying to do, so if they grab the sleeve, you're trying to attack the, I can't show it. In fact, attacking the hand, and this time you're using your elbow to come down. So yet another Madonna dance move. So you're coming across, down, and that power ballad move.
that's a victory.
Oh,
Do the final countdown or something. Not even Madonna. Those are those ones. Is there any questions? Because I don't think there's any point in doing any of those single form on count. No?
What are they called again?
Sorry? No? In that case, let's go back to these elbows because they were really exciting me. So let's have a think about this. Let's do a combination. I wanted to do a combination of elbow where we attack with our hand. So we sort of attack both hands. So what I'm doing is holding my other hand and attacking through. And then I'm lifting my back foot all the way through to kick. Because obviously they're reeling from your attack to the head, so they're taking a step back and you're showing no mercy, so you're attacking them. Make sense?
So this is a Jun or Washigeri or a Soto?
Jun Hijji.
Yeah.
Johaku Sotogeri.
Okay.
so I'm stacking it.
Okay? I think in your own time for 30 seconds, as many as you can do, because that's way more exciting than me counting. Wait, I'll give it 20 seconds. Go. Yeah, man. I find that really hard. I like that one because I find it really hard to control. So I always end up falling. Can you do the roundhouse attack?
As in the kick or the punch? Okay. So yeah, I would, from here, if you can see my feet, I would step forward, pivot it around, so your heel is facing your opponent. From there, come forward to bring the other hand back, foot back, and then swing.
Nice.
You're advancing as you do it.
Yes. Well, if we're messing around, let's do that. Try a couple in your own time. Let me watch you. So for those of you who haven't done a spinny kick with us before, just watch this way. So the way this The way this works, whether you're kicking or in this case you're elbowing, is that we're stepping up. So Kempo step like so, or as you guys are learning, step. And then what Ophelia's doing is she's coming round, as we were doing earlier, and that's when she's attacking. That's giving her both the distance and the momentum. So the faster you can do that step, the more momentum you get out of it. Try that a few times. I won't put a timer on. It looks really good. Yummy. Shinkoku. And grab some drink. Today's Howa is on, I don't even know what these words mean. Shugyo no kokoro. Any idea what that is? Based on my
Kokoro means heart.
Huh?
Kokoro means heart.
Say it again?
Kokoro.
No, you.
Shugyo no koro.
No idea.
Which
Hello.
page is it?
It's a chapter heading for number 80, page 85. But you do know the first bit, which is what's the effective, I think 8, isn't it 8? Yeah, what's the 8 training?
Oh, the 8 types of training.
Not the types of training, what's the 8 steps of training? Or the, and we all know the last one, always. Even Moira will remember the last one.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Great.
So the first one I wanted to talk about was goals. And I was thinking about goals the other day and how one part of getting through lockdown is about thinking about what your goals are and setting them and trying to work towards them. And I find that that's the only way that I can kind of get through this at the moment. I have lots of goals. Anyone who knows me knows that my entire house needed renovating from November through to January. Poor Moira comes on holiday to London and I make her come and see my bathroom. It's ridiculous. But that goal hasn't ended. I have all these other goals for my home, right? So even though we're in lockdown, I have all these things that I'm still working through, that I'm still, these are my projects. And then a friend of mine called me on, I don't know where it was, Thursday or Friday of last week, and it was a bit of a mess. It's like, I hate this guy I'm working with. You know, I've done this entire UX thing. I've built a website for him and he's asked for loads of changes to it. And I was like, okay, so I listened to him for a while. And then I sit him down and say, so what was your actual goal of joining this company? Do you remember? And he gave me some. And I was like, no, your goal was that you're a shareholder. You want to be a multimillionaire out of it. And he was like, oh yeah. Is fighting over the website design going to get you to reach that goal? He was like, no. And I was like, so who cares? Let this guy have his win and go and figure out your real goal, right? And your real goal is to exit this company. You know that because you don't want to work with him anymore based on this conversation. But your ultimate goal was to go and do this other project that would give you this amazing exit from this 3-person company. Who knows if he's capable of doing it? I mean, I think he might be capable of doing it, which is why I'm backing him. But, you know, he needs to set the goal. I've lost you all. Hopefully you'll come back.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. So the point I was making was that he needed to set that goal, remember what that goal was, reset it, and then come back and deliver on it. And that was, and for me, that interpretation was trying to figure out what's in front of me and what's frustrating me. So this thing is frustrating me. What is it that I'm trying to achieve? And then how do I get through that? So I just wanted to share that because I thought that was like my new learning over the last few days. Friday. I should tell you what's in the book, right? That's probably something I should do.
Your interpretation of it.
Well, maybe for AJ's purpose. So in the book, we talk about how when you're learning Kempo, setting goals is an important way to get better at Kempo. So it could be quite straightforward. It could be that you just want to come to training every day. So you pay your money and you turn up and you train. For me this week, I want to become awesome at twirling a baton. This is what I want to do this week. It may change next, and I want to do a spinny kick that I saw on the internet, both of which are Kempo related as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to work on that. Sorry?
Send me spinny kick.
Send you spinny kick? Okay, because Imperial Lock didn't care very much. So, so we're working, so that's what I'm working on 20 minutes every day at lunchtime, is to just get better at twirling a big stick in my garden. And it could be really small goals, it could be a massive goal. For example, Dan has talked about wanting to grade this year, which is great. And so regardless of lockdown, I really believe he can do it. So that's really exciting. Any thoughts, anything that anyone wants to share on that?
Well, yeah, so yeah, it's a very strange situation being in lockdown, and feasibly it's going to be very unlikely that I can grade in the next few months. But I think what started off as a joke, saying June 2020 we'll do it, almost immediately after exiting the previous grading, to it being, well, I've gone through losing a grading partner once, losing a second grading partner because that person went back to their home country, to not being able to train in person, but still having this goal to hold out for. It sort of made me become more serious and then concentrate even more on what I'm learning. Whereas before, when I had a lot of easy options, lots of opportunity, I didn't appreciate them as much. So it's been unusual, but yeah, having a goal has refined my concentration.
That's really insightful. Does anyone want to add anything, or is that more profound than we need it to be?
That's about as profound as we can just be.
In that case, thank you very much, Dan. That was really good. I'm going to think about that. Rentua, what am us?
No.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I will stop recording.